Hello, Gemini. Hello, Gemini. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are well. Welcome. Let's just put this up here quickly. There we go. Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful start to your week, wonderful Monday. Thank you for joining me. What was that doing? There we go. Okay, right. Sorry about that. Let's get to your reading, Gemini, for Aries season. Let's get a reading for Gemini for Aries season. Let's get a good shuffle in. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember, guys, one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal, Ruby Reads Tarot. If you'd like to book a reading, it's www.rubyreadstarot.com. Let's get a good shuffle in for Gemini. Gemini, I feel like I've been meaning to touch base with you, but I just haven't because I've been so busy. But yeah, I hope you guys are well and doing well. Don't think they're your cards. I want to get a really good shuffle in for Gemini. Gemini, I think there's a lot going on for you at the moment. North Node is still in your sign. That's hard. I know. It's massive life changes when that happens. Massive, massive things that you have to deal with that are quite heavy. And it always happens when the North Node is in your sign. But please remember, it's always for a bigger lesson. It's always for a bigger lesson. And where it might feel devastating at the time, just know that you're growing through this period. This is a period of massive growth and changes, and it's inviting you to take your life in a direction that may not have been one that you've thought you could go on, but it is one that is in line with your higher self. So just trust the journey. I know it's hard, but there's a lot of good that comes out of the North Node being in your sign, the Hierophant Taurian energy, the need for a bit of spirituality, religion, connecting to self. This is the second time this card's come out today. It's a Hierophant card. I was just talking to Taurus about it as well. A lot of people don't actually understand, like, there's a lot of dark energy that's been submersed around the earth, and it's because a lot of people have been participating in a lot of low vibrational stuff, and here we are in this low vibrational energy sort of swimming in it. And a lot of people won't tell you this, but a great way to tap out of that low vibration and dark energy is to tap into source. This is religion. He's holding a scepter in his hand. This is him basically channeling into the divine. This is him finding solace. This is him being really in a spiritual place, a religious place, a need for connection, a real need for you to connect with yourself, perhaps even. And you might even find that this season, Aries season, this new start and leading into Taurus season is a lot to do with you and your spirituality, you and your religion, you and you turning more inward as opposed to going outwards. Tanisi, welcome, my dear. Hi, Ruby. Finally got a break and can watch live. Yay, my teenage son is a Gemini. Oh, lovely. Because there he is, King of Swords, very much present in this masculine season with this masculine air energy. Gemini, your connection with a Taurian, or your connection to go within yourself, your decision to take a spiritual journey in Aries season, your decision to go inwards as opposed to be matrixly present, your decision to really go beneath the surface and really go in search for your higher self, your religious self, your spiritual self, your need to connect to the spiritual and the divine, your need to channel in, your need for messages to come through weighs almost heavier than your need to be this very stoic King of Swords. But there you are. You can take on this King of Swords approach to this Aries season, where there might be a lot logistically that you need to do. I's are dotted, T's are crossed kind of situation, you know? A lot to pay attention to, finer details of things. Remember, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. It lets other people know that I'm doing the video right now. It's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. Thank you for everyone who's joining and left a comment. I love it when you guys get involved in the chat boxes. That's always really good. Gemini. Let's get some more cards for you. Intuitively, I just feel like you've got this decision this month. Why either you do everything from your head and it's all really intelligent and it's all really like default, you know, I'm gonna do this all from a very detached kind of place, or you can go a bit further in the Aries season and see where it is that you can do this stuff that you're trying to do externally on the inside. King of Wands energy could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, doesn't have to be, could be the decision that you choose to make. Either you do this month from a very cold, stoic point of view, like very detached, very matter of fact, very logistical point of view, or either you actually embrace the fire of this month, become quite warm and luminous, tenacious, confident, and come into your fortune by tapping into the cues of this season, which is very much as we approach into Taurus season. You will need to take an emotional internal detour for a bit of soul seeking, connecting with the divine, and then deciding whether or not in this fiery season, in this season of passion, whether or not being the King of Swords is going to serve you, or if you decide to take on this warmer approach, this more this approach which allows the creation to take place, that isn't under pressure, which isn't under any sort of imaginary deadlines. Oh, I must do this way, I must do this way, things must be done this way, or I must be cold and I must be detached and I must be, you know, speaking without thinking about how what I'm saying, how it affects everyone else. I don't think that's the energy for you this month. You're going to have to tap into this King of Wands energy. Brad Cole, welcome, Gemini born. King of Wands is it's a facet. It's a dynamic version of you. It could be the alternate twin. It is just the approach that Aries season, taking that fire approach, taking the need to be confident, the need to reach out, the need to speak from a place of warmth. You know, this is the businessman, this is the fire, this is the passion, this is the warmth, this is the luminosity. It might serve you. It's a different facet to you. So use this Hierophant energy where you're really tapping into yourself and see where it is that you can channel not only the divine, but where it is that you can channel a bit of confidence, a bit of fire, a bit of creation, a bit of tenacity. 10 of Wands, Aries season is very much the end of a cycle. And we've been speaking about the North Node being in your sign, and it may have been really burdensome. It may have brought forward a lot of life lessons that you probably weren't even anticipating. It may have felt quite burdensome, but 10 of Wands, you are at the end of this burdensome cycle. There is a release of the energies. There is a breaking free from the energies. There is a need for you to drop the wands a little bit and acknowledge that you've reached your destination. Anything you decide to hold on to is because it's a habit. But speaking from the point of this tarot, your invitation to drop the wands, to drop the burdens is really now. And if you can do that, if you can decide to let go of a lot of these ones that you were holding on to and see how you can streamline that into one new identity of who you are, which might involve less sarkiness, less cold in your headness, and more fire, more confidence, more warmth, more courageous energy, more need to illuminate those around you. If this is you and a Sagittarius, Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, why did I say Aquarius? Maybe even an Aquarius, Gemini. You're at the end of a difficult, burdensome cycle with that person. And this could even be your marriage. It could be the end of a marriage with a fire sign. You've come to the end of a burdensome cycle. Knight of Wands and Brad Cole, what if you spent your whole life pleasing everyone around you and never yourself? Well, then maybe this is telling you to step out of that energy and step more into an energy where you have streamlined your need to put all of that energy externally, gather those ones and see where you can streamline that energy to change the way that you're doing things, not so that you're pleasing everyone else, but so that what you're doing is pleasing yourself too. It's warmth. It's about tapping into the need to be warm. So now it's time for you to do so for yourself. Well, absolutely, because it's the end of the cycle. And you can choose to either move forward quite with conviction and quite courageously to this financial independent place. Because ultimately there is only one person here. So whatever you're doing from everyone for everyone else, whatever might have felt burdensome, can only be improved and received better if, with this Nine of Pentacles, you're focusing a lot more on your abundance and what you need to do to make yourself feel abundant. There's a lot of communication in this Nine of Pentacles. She stands there with her parrot. So maybe there is a need for you to focus a little bit more on your communication, where it would have felt fiction-y, quite burdensome. You moving forward, you moving on from this Ten of Wands, which may have been you doing and carrying a whole bunch of stuff for other people. It is the end of that cycle. And if you're tenacious enough, and if you're taking the cues from Aries season and seeing how now really is the time for you to shoot off in a new direction, you might find that it is a direction that leads to a lot of financial independence. This is the energy of independence. This is the energy of being financially abundant. But it is communication. It is knowing your place. It is being very comfortable with who you are. And if you get the chance to maybe step into this tenacious King of Wands energy, which is, it's fiery, it's passionate, it's confident, you might see that that old cycle that you were working on, that slog up the hill, that real burdensome challenge that may have been quite restrictive for you, is asking you to free yourself up a little bit. I never used my gift for myself, only around me, only people around me. There's a lot wrong with that, Brad. And if you've been holding out on yourself, it's to your own detriment. Ten of Wands, it's time to sacrifice these wands, these things that you've built up around you, or these things that you've been carrying around you, because it might have become an identity. And it is seeing where you can streamline all of those burdens, all of those things, all of those add-on things, all of those extra things that you might feel like you need to do. You feel like you're going in the, you can drop the wands, because the direction that you need to be on, you're actually going on. A bit of self-actualization, a bit of focus on your communication, a bit of redirecting your energy away from burdens and more towards your abundance might be what Aries season is all about for you. So redirect that energy. See where it is you can step out of that King of Swords, very need to be cold and very, matter of fact and not fun at all. Not fun at all. See where it is that you can step into this King of Wands, passionate, confident, fieriness this season. It's not about the burdens. It's not about carrying forward things that you've carried with you about other people, about your life, about this and about that, and about all of the rest of it. It's not about carrying that forward into this new cycle. It's very clearly stating here, streamline all of those ones so that you can release some of that and you can be free, so that you can move forward in the direction which is leading towards your financial abundance. At this point, it's not about anyone else. It's not about anyone else. It's about the King of Swords battling the King of Wands, or not even. This could be the two twins, one functioning very much from air and one functioning very much from fire. The South Node is in Sagittarius. So maybe this is the cue to see where you can take that Sagittarian economy, moderation, frugality, management, accommodation, and see how you can connect that by balancing out the dualities, where it's asking you to step out of who you were or how you've been, or this energy of, oh my God, I do so much for everybody else, I don't do anything for myself. If I know Geminis are very self-serving. They are way too calculated to put anybody else before them. There's the twins they've got to think about. Gemini thinks about one twin or the other twin. That's the nature of Gemini. So saying where you're feeling really burdened, or you're feeling like you've been doing all this other stuff for everyone else, see where it is that you can drop all of that. Because that, I don't think, is the thing anymore. I think it is time that you actually stepped into streamlining, like dropping a lot of the burdens and moving forward quite quickly, like Gemini likes to do, but from a place that is more passionate. So where is your passion, Gemini? Ignite your passion. What are you passionate about? Has life lost its luster? Maybe this Aries season is about you finding the spark again. And it is needing to have that courageous confidence and that spark and that courage and that streamlined, more evolved perspective, gearing towards independently feeling abundant. Brad Cole, I findly used my gift for myself, first time ever, and had someone come steal my candles. Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. But yeah, streamlining the confidence, channeling into where it is that you might have been using your energy in a way that has felt burdensome for you, and where you might be able to release some of those burdens and move and see how it takes you in a direction of a lot more abundance, or being a lot more accepted, or having the energy reciprocated better, because you're not coming from a very like pokey kind of place. Like, stop, really stop. Stop putting the blame outside. Stop externalizing the blame. Stop validating yourself by telling you that it's everybody else's fault. Like, Aries season is about confidence. It's about courage. It's about a bit of soul searching that you might need to spend your time doing. Soul seeking, connecting to source, and seeing how your perspective about life or the way that you were doing things was not necessarily in your favor. Because there is a real need for you to connect, to silently, quietly plug out of everywhere else and kind of plug back into source. Like when a mobile battery dies, what do? You plug it into source. And if you're feeling very burdensome, you're at the end of the cycle. So use the cue, plug in, really plug in, especially if you truly want to revive your energy. It's not about speaking. It's not about preaching. It's not about telling other people. It's not about helping other people. At this point, if you are empty yourself, and if you're attracting bad energy, and if you're attracting all this weird stuff to come into your life, you need to stop and look and see where it is that your cup might need filling. That antenna that he's channeling into the divine with might need readjusting. So what are you drawing into your life? And where is it that you can kind of pull back and really kind of spend a minute with source? Like, why are you running away from source? Why can't you pray? What's wrong? What's so hard about praying? Oh, because it means you're externalizing your power. Said who? So you're God, you're powerful, you created everything. Go ahead, make it rain right now. No, you can't do that. I didn't think so. Lover's energy, the Emperor card, and the Wheel of Fortune. Gemini. This in itself speaks volumes. Aries season will offset a whole new cycle if you can come back to yourself instead of making excuses, and instead of blaming everyone, and instead of just externalizing all of this stuff. Like, you just stop blaming other people. Stop blaming everyone else. It's nobody else. You think people are jealous of you. You think that you'll do all of this stuff for everyone else, and people don't wish you good, and all this bad stuff is happening because of other people. Stop. Just stop being ridiculous. Okay? Come back to the fact that you need to focus your energy on your power. Because right now, if you're not conducting yourself from this emperor place, somebody who's fully put together, somebody who is in charge of their energy, somebody who comes with warmth and charisma, somebody who can conduct themselves in a way that means that they are channeling their best energy, somebody who's owning their energy, not passing around a plate of blame and such and such is jealous of me, that's why I have bad luck, or such and such is doing this to me, that's why I'm not moving forward in my life, or such and such did stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Like for real, it's just so, that cycle's done. Get over it. Get over it. You can move forward. You can move forward if you boss up and accept the fact that there energy within you that needs to be managed. And if you can manage it correctly by understanding the dualities of yourself, by seeing where you might have been lingering in your shadows a little bit too long, or where you have not applied this Hierophant energy where you need to transmute internally. You need to readjust your energy. All of these sarky comments, all of this lashing out, all of this is everybody else's fault. Oh my God, such and such is drawing in bad. Nobody is drawing in anything bad to you. It is you drawing it to yourself. Stop externalizing. Stop talking so much. Stop blaming other people. Get quiet. Listen. Center yourself. Align yourself. Own this emperor energy so that you can allow this wheel of fortune, this new cycle of good luck, to help you come back to yourself, Gemini. All of this, all in 1,000 different places, but the place that you're supposed to be, it's not going to serve you. All of this sarky comics, externalizing your insecurities, it's not helping, and it hasn't been helping. And it's not going to help, especially where at the center of your reading, come Aries season, it's asking you to channel into your emperor self, your powerful self. Wheel of Fortune is a push. It's a shift. It's like, come on, let's get on with the new. Get back to yourself. Have a few conversations internally. There's a need for you to step into your power, Gemini, and it doesn't come at the cost of you being annoying. It doesn't come at the cost of you externalizing your power. It doesn't come at the cost of you blaming everybody but yourself for your shortfalls. It's nobody else's fault. You need to redirect your energy. You need to embrace the fact that cycles are changing and good luck will come in if you master your energy. If you emperor your life, if you actually take responsibility to make the changes that you need to come back to your Sassini, prayers for all the Geminis. Definitely prayers for all the Geminis. I started this reading off saying, you guys have the North Node in your sign. This is life lessons. This is clear like a board, like a big old poster board saying, hey, Gemini, welcome home. Come back home. How does it feel to be with these twins? How does it feel to be up there? If it's not feeling nice, I tell you what, everybody else knows it's not nice. So while you're there saying that you do all this stuff to help everyone else, what's the point if you don't feel good about it? If you're not doing it from a place of power? What is the whole point? Can I see some thumbs up for people that are actually ready to self-actualize and grow with this energy? Because shifts are happening. Shifts are happening. Whether you like it or not, shifts are taking place. Changes are happening all around you. And you know what? You can waste as much time as you want and externalize the problem and externalize the blame. It's not about that. Own yourself. Own your power. Own the fact that it's been hard. Own the fact that you seem to think you're doing all this stuff for other people where, you know, if you're coming from it from that point of view, it's better that you stop, realistically speaking. It is honestly better that you don't. Just don't do anything for anyone if you feel like you're going to have that attitude. Oh, I did this for you and I did this for you. Don't do anything unless you're doing it for yourself, Gemini. Don't do anything unless you're doing it with a cup full. Don't do anything unless you're doing it from this Aries Emperor. I'm going to do this because I can do this. Not I'm going to do everything for everyone and look how depleted I feel. That's you letting your boundaries being violated. There's no point in doing that. Let's get some more cards for Aries season for the sign of Gemini. Let's get some cards for the sign of Gemini for Aries season 2021. Remember, guys, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. To book a reading, it's www.rubyreadstarot.com. Gemini, I know you guys need a lot of work because you've put on this front and you've been coming and you've been acting from this place of hurt and you're lashing out of everyone and everyone's kind of at their wits' end with you. It's kind of intolerable at this point. Can you just check yourself? Just check yourself, because we're going to be going into your season soon. The North Node will be coming out of your sign. And if you haven't actually fully embraced the lessons, if you actually haven't embraced the fact that it comes from you feeling good about yourself so that you can be yourself. And whatever happened this year had to happen. It's about growth. It's about releasing yourself from toxic chains, unbinding yourself from your own bad habits, igniting the passion within you, Gemini. Devil card, what was there? Ooh, that card flew out. Page of Swords. Listen, go back to basics, Gemini. Go all the way back to basics. Drop all the fronts, drop all the accessories, drop all the extra bits. Go back to basics. Learn a little bit more about yourself in your communication style, in your gathering information style, your need for research and how you might need to research the situation a little bit more before you act or speak. Go back to self. Go back to basic. Wipe off all the makeup, wipe off all the extras, wipe off all the stuff that's not part of you coming back to yourself. So Gemini, use Aries season to remove everything that you are doing to yourself or you are telling yourself. Everything that takes away from you being free. Everything that takes away from your ability to communicate effectively. Everything that takes away from your ability to research or then act in an according way to what you found out. Cut everything else out. Okay? Work on your relationships again. Start from scratch. Check your communication first. Check your communication first. Before you go and blame anyone else, check your communication first, Gemini. Check what it is that you're saying, what it is that you're telling people, the way that you're coming off to people, the things that are coming out of your mouth. Take some accountability for that first. And you know what? The North Node in your sign is never easy. It's never easy. It's hard work. It's necessary hard work, though. It's the work that needs to be done. And if your work is connecting back to source, getting back into your power, that lover's energy, understanding your dualities, and now the Page of Swords, which is coming back to basics. Drop all the extras. Add-ons, extra bits and bobs, things that you do that occupy space in your mind that you know you don't need to. It's just additional processes that just keep you busy and distracting from actually dealing with the real problem at hand. Cut all of it off. Turn your Wi-Fi off. Turn your 4G off. Just go and sit in silence. Stop listening. Stop trying to appease. Stop doing all of this extra stuff. The World card. Again. A new cycle. A new start. Leave the muddy shoes at the door. Don't walk through your mind with all of this stuff that's just going to take up space. Aries season is the beginning of the new zodiac cycle. So the World card here is accepting the fact that it's a new beginning, a new dawn, a new start. It will serve you to focus so much on your self-mastery. Focus on your focus. Focus on your communication. Focus on your determination. Readjust your focus a little bit, Gemini. Because when you readjust that focus, you give yourself an opportunity to see with your own eyes the fact that there is a new energy, there is a new cycle, and it is really just waiting for you to embrace the new. What can you do to make yourself new? Start from scratch. Get rid of all of the add-ons, the extra bits, all of this external plug-ins, all of these little things that you do to keep yourself away from actually dealing with yourself. All of these pointless processes that you're plugged into, unplug out of all of it. See how she's the center of this? Do you see how she is the middle of it? You need to kind of come and put your attention back on the fact that you are center stage in the new cycle, and there needs to be energy that is surging through you from your courage, from your focus, from communication, from your ability to concentrate. Pay a bit more attention on what you're doing for yourself, or what you need to do for yourself, or what you could be doing for yourself, and unplug out of external things if you need to. Like turn the telly off, like switch your phone off, like have an honest conversation with yourself from one twin to the other. Let's get a closing out message for Gemini. Get a closing out message for Gemini. Remember, guys, it's one question, one card, 1111 at PayPal Ruby Reads Tarot. To book a reading, it's www.rubyreadstarot.com. Oh, thank you guys for joining. Thank you for participating in the chat box. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Closing out message for Gemini, the Devil card. Listen, it's time to surrender. And you don't have to admit it here, and you don't have to tell me here, but there are bad habits that have you chained to a lower vibrational self that you just need to break free from. This has got nothing to do with anyone else. This has got everything to do with you. Embracing the fact that you're on a new trajectory. It's a new cycle. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. What do you wish to do with it? Perhaps surrendering bad habits, surrendering addictions, surrendering this that you're tied to, this devil energy that you're tied to. The Fool card is a new beginning, and it's embracing wholeheartedly with full conviction, full trust, and full belief in the self. And the thing is, you can't do this whilst you're still chained and bound to a whole bunch of bad habits that you should have left a long time ago. Go deep. Really go deep. Gemini, this season, go deeper than you've ever been. Go in search for you, right? Where did you lose yourself? Or where are you chained up in the dark recesses somewhere in just bad experiences? Where is it that your past has still got you hook, line, and sinker, behaving in a certain way that is low vibrational, that needs to be elevated, that needs to be lifted? What are you chained to? What are these addictions? What are these bad habits that are preventing you from a new start? What is it that you can surrender and you can release and you can break the chains free from? Because whatever it is, do this month, and you will set this new zodiac cycle off in a really good way. Either way, you decide. Free or held on to stuff that doesn't serve you. And this is stuff of your own making. This is stuff that you do in your own head. I think that's all I have for you, Gemini. That's a full-on message. I hope you take from it whatever you can. Thank you, dear Ruby. Very helpful for dealing with my son. Much love. Oh, you're so welcome to see me. Thank you, love. How is your wife, by the way? How is she doing? How was her surgery? Guys, if you can be selfless, I would try it this month. And if you think you've already been too selfless, I would stop and look and see where it is that you have perhaps been violating your own boundaries as opposed to being selfless. And maybe realign yourself. Look again. Look again. This devil energy, Capricorn energy, needs to be surrendered. You know, give it up. Give it to light. Still in pain, but feeling much better today. Thank you. Well, I wish her lots of healing energy. I hope you're looking after her. Guys, Gemini, surrender the devil. Surrender the devil, okay? It's time to look inside. Take care, guys. I hope you found that helpful. To book a reading, www.rubyridgetarot.com. I shall catch you again soon. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I love you so much. Take care. Bye-bye now.